Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading for Sag season. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday. If you're new, welcome to my channel, The Witch Switch, where we switch off everyday normal life and switch on to the witchery. If you are returning, welcome back. Thank you again for joining. This season, we're going to do a past, present, and future spread. And then we're going to dive into that, see how far you've come from Scorpio season onto Sag season. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tap on the notification bell. And if you guys want to know when I will be doing in-person readings, check out my Instagram. I usually have some events posted. Excuse me. If you're in the New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, check me out. I'm usually vacillating between those three states. All right, and without further ado, let's begin. So we're going to take out 3 cards. First, we'll dive in. We'll talk a little bit about each card and what it represents in the area that it sits, and then we'll dive into it, okay? So first things first, we have for your past 7 of Swords. Present, we have the Moon card, and for the future, we have the 8 of Wands, right? 7 of Swords, past betrayals, deception, current situation, the Moon. So there are things that are hidden that haven't been clarified yet. And for the future, 8 of Wands, messages. So this is all about being very intentional, but also being aware of these signs and synchronicities around you. Okay, there is something that you're trying to get clarity of right now from your past. Perhaps it's some information that came in you weren't sure about. Okay, and that could definitely be the case as we have the 8 of Wands in the future. So let's dive in a little bit about the 7 of Swords. Okay, because I feel like right now you're meant to, for some reason, Mercury retrograde, I believe, will be ending soon. If it hasn't already, it's coming up. Saturn just also went back into Aries. It's no longer retrograde. So there are things from your past that kind of came into your view again. And you're for some reason, you're needing to go back and reflect. And at this present moment, you're kind of waiting for some answers. All right, and you will get them, but it's still kind of hidden from your view yet. There's something that you still need to understand. All right, so we have the Sun in reverse. So whatever this is or was from your past, it's something that really affected you. It's something that brought in a lot of devastation. Almost in a way where you feel like you had to give up on something or there was no hope. Okay, here you are, you're not really glistening in the sun here. There's a lack of clarity. There's a lack of hope. There's a lack of forward movement and progression here, okay? It's also having someone take an opportunity from you, having the word no be said to you or an opportunity you wanted to take. Again, there's just a big fat no to it. Now with the Moon, let's clarify. The Moon here, we have an opportunity for something to reemerge again. All right, but you know what this tells me here? You have an opportunity to go back, perhaps to reflect or to communicate with whoever this could have been. I feel like if you did experience disappointment, it could be from maybe a child or someone younger than you. So let's say, for example, someone else is involved in this disappointment, right? Instead of something just not going your way, let's say someone added to that. They're the ones that influence the lack of opportunity to not go in your favor. There is an opportunity for you to recollect or to see this person again or to speak to them, and you're just not taking it. Taurus, we all know that one of your main quality traits is stubbornness. And when you don't want to engage in something, no matter if it is the right opportunity to do it or it's the right thing to do, you won't do it. Instead, you hold on still to grudges, to situations that didn't work out in your favor. There's still a lot that you can't let go of. And you find yourself returning to that. So I think You're needing to reflect on the fact that you're still holding on to things, even if you're telling yourself you let it go. It's in your behavior. It may not be in the words per se, but it's in your character. It's in your behavior. That's something that you're probably not having awareness of. It's your emotional reactivity to the person, to the thing, to the situation, even though you really don't have it in your midst anymore. It still shows. There's a sense of, how can I put it delicately? I don't even know if I can, but I'm just going to say it. There's a sense of bitterness to this past situation. And I'm not faulting you on that at all, but you're meant to reflect on how that's making you look. 8 of Wands in the future. We have 6 of Pentacles in reverse. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the 8 of Wands in the reverse. And now we have the 8 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Lots of 8s here. 8 of Cups, 8 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 8 of Swords. 8 is all about transition. We're transforming. 8 is also a very powerful number. So for me, the reading is telling me that you need to reflect on where you're putting your power and your energy. And it seems that where that power is either being taken from you or you're utilizing too much of yourself in, it's in behaviors that really do not allow you to grow and benefit. So the Sun in the reverse tells me that it's still carrying out into your reading. Look how gloomy this space is with the 8 of Swords. Okay? It's gray back here. The 8 of Wands, when it's in the reverse, there's no messages. There's no clarity allowed to come in. There's no communication or potential to hear communication that perhaps was missed before. Maybe an apology even. There's no room for it here. Although you are deserving of it, although someone may want to come in and present that to you from a time where there's been no communication, you don't want to hear it. You're content with how things are right now. You don't need to add any more of the drama, and I totally get it. But at the same time, when you're still showing behaviors of bitterness, of not being able to let go or whatever, it's very indicative that you're still carrying your past with you. And you're really not moving on as much as you think you have. Okay? So, and even if you have moved on entirely from this person or this situation, it seems that anything that reminds you of that, it's like you're defining this past experience into your future in a way. So if someone reminds you of this person, or you feel that a current situation is kind of reflecting back on the past, you're still operating from the same space of resentment now. So there's still a sense of control. Taurus, you're really good at controlling, and sometimes you can be possessive, right? But it seems that this scenario or this person or this entire situation is still possessing and controlling you, and you're not aware of it. You're not aware of how much it's taking from you, from your energy, from your space, from your spirituality, from your ability to be compassionate, to be reasonable even. All right. But, everything is entirely up to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to tell you who you can and cannot forgive and what to get over. That's totally up to you. This is for your awareness. That's it. So you take what you want with it. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it. But you're made to be aware of this. And with the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Swords, we have the Tower, and we have the 10 of Wands here, and Justice in the reverse. So is that really fair to you, though? If you can allow the space of forgiveness, or just and it doesn't have to be forgiveness that you have to give this person another chance. The forgiveness is more for you. It's being able to be fair to yourself when you're still allowing something to take so much space in your mind, in your spirituality, into your emotion. It's still controlling and possessing you. And we want to be free. Sagittarius is all about burning things away. Scorpio season is about transforming, allowing the realities and allowing things to just die out. And then whatever remnants of that we carry with us is supposed to be burned away in Sagittarius season. And then we get our true power in Capricorn season. Because we take that pain and we turn it into power. We turn it into something that we can benefit from, that we can even get compensated from. So everything has a theme. Right now, you're meant to burn this away. And the burning away, again, is not for someone else. It's for you. It's realizing, you know what? I don't really want to care about this anymore. And it's taking too much of my time and energy in other ways of my life. And I need to get rid of it. There's no sense in holding on to it. You're not a water sign. There's no sense in you having to be fluid or to drown in murky waters. You're an earth sign. You're a Taurus. You're all about being able to have morality, being able to be sturdy, and having a place to relax and be comfortable in without having any kind of worry, without drowning in any kind of emotion. Okay? You're just meant to just find value in the things that provide happiness and satisfaction. And everything else can just be for the birds. All right, Taurus, let's bring out some oracle cards here to see, I don't know, any message that you need to hear, how you can carry out the situation. All right, so our first card here is we have power. All right, so like I said, turning that pain into power. And that will be made aware to you currently in Sagittarius season. So if you haven't found that power yet, it's okay. Give yourself a little bit of grace and time. It'll come to you, but you have to reflect. And what's really important is gratitude. Finding the gratitude and the silver lining in this scenario. What have you gained from it? There's something positive that had to come from this situation. Everything is a balance. No matter what we go through, we do get some sort of benefit from it. So maybe your power is finding gratitude in the situation. That's how you're able to forgive. That's how you're able to let go and burn away entirely. So try it. Let me know in the comments. What are you grateful for? What are you glad that you obtained now that you probably wouldn't have if it wasn't for your past? These are all questions to consider. Now, this is a special prompt deck. This allows you to reflect on certain emotions or things that have happened in your life. So let's see what you need to reflect on, Taurus. Do you take on other people's burdens and pains? Do you tend to put aside your own needs and desires in order to help others? And why is that? That could be something from your past that you feel that you're struggling with now or that you've done for someone. You're such a strong sign, and I know all Tauruses to be this way. You carry so much because you're able to, right? But just because you're able to doesn't mean you have to. If you do the most for the people that you love, how do you expect them to grow and prosper when they rely on you and then they take your strength for granted? All right? So it's being able to forgive how much you've probably contributed to other people's problems in the past instead of your own. And that's something that you're probably still doing now that you need to recognize. So take what resonates, One more, please. Spirit, please give me one more. Woo, 2 of them flew out. You saw that. Okay. What tends to cause you to overthink a situation? How have you typically handled that discomfort? To me, this is about the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Wands in reverse. You're holding on too much inside and you're not able to communicate properly to the people that perhaps are affecting you or to the people that you trust. Allow an outlet. And can you be yourself around others? If not, what keeps you from doing so? To me, I would say that has the Ace of Wands and the 8 of Cups and the Judgment in the reverse. Perhaps you feel like you're always showing up for everyone, but it's kind of like something that you were programmed to do, to always put your needs aside, do things for others, even if that means changing a certain aspect of yourself in the process. So these are all things that you can reflect on this season, Taurus. All right. And it's really not outside the realm of possibility for you to do so. This is a practice that you should be doing often. If something feels off, it most likely is, and it's time for you to stop and reflect on it. All right. So again, I think your biggest power here a way for you to transform and to burn everything away is to find gratitude in the past. Instead of reflecting on what happened, what isn't, what was falsified, instead find gratitude on what you've received after the past. And I feel like that Eight of Wands will really come into your favor. So you have, it's up to you to block the messages and the reflections that you have. Eight of Wands in the reverse, Eight of Wands upright. You choose what you want to accept and what you don't. It's up to you. But if you choose not to reflect, again, I will tell you that the reflection will come to you in ways that is going to be very unsettling. And you're going to have to carry more than what you're currently carrying now. And that's not really fair for you, is it? With the Justice in the reverse and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So we really want to be careful there. All right? It's time for you to transform and transmute. All right, Taurus, please let me know in the comments what you think. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tap on the notification bell, and follow me on Instagram. All of that is below. My link is below as well if you ever want a personal reading or to email me. All right, all lines of communication are open. Thanks so much, Taurus, and I'll see you next time. Bye.